Mr. Prabhakar decided to do farming on his 1 acre of land. For that, he sought the help of an engineer. The engineer explained Prabhakar the need to measure the level of water in his well, which has a depth of 100 meters, and also explained to him why it is important to measure the level of water regularly. By measuring the level of water regularly, we can overcome major risks like water scarcity or pump set failure or anything at all, explained the engineer. But then Prabhakar didn't have the instruments like fiberglass tape and pendulum to measure the level of water. And when he told this to the engineer asked Prabhakar as to how he would use these instruments to measure the level of water. Prabhakar then explained that he would tie the fiberglass tape and pendulum to a thin cord and drop the cord slowly down the well until he hears the sound of pendulum touching the water surface. And then he would measure the level of water by noting down the reading on the tape. The engineer then asked him, "Would you believe if I told you that a stone and a stopwatch is enough to measure the level of water?" Taken by surprise, Prabhakar asked him how he would do that. The engineer began to explain, "Let us take a stone first. We now need to record the time taken for the stone to reach the water surface from our hand. It doesn't matter whether the stone is heavy or light. As long as the flow of air is less, the stone will take the same amount of time to reach the water surface. So there is no need to worry about the weight of the stone. Now let us release the stone down the well. Before we release the stone down, we know that the displacement made by the stone is zero. So once they dropped it, after 3 seconds, they could hear the sound of the stone hitting the water surface. We know that the sound travels 343 meters per second. As this well is just 100 meters of depth, we can omit the time interval for the sound to reach our ears. Now we just want to measure the distance between our hand and the water surface. And this distance would be equal to the level of water in that well. So for this, we are going to use the concept of differential equations, which we all are well aware of. It is difficult to measure the level of water with just the displacement. So for that, we'll check whether there is any connection with displacement and we'll come back to this. We have learnt in mathematics that velocity is the change in displacement with respect to time. That is, when we differentiate displacement with respect to time, we get its velocity. Like displacement, initial velocity will be 0 and the final velocity will be unknown. As the equation dx by dt equal to 0 has a differential in it, we call this a differential equation. Since this equation changes only with respect to one variable, that is in this case time, we call this an ordinary differential equation. Just like when we solve an algebraic equation, we get the answer in the form of a number. When we solve a differential equation, we get the answer in the form of a function. When we solve the differential equation of velocity, we get the function displacement as the answer. There are special methods to solve these different kinds of differential equations. To solve this first order, first degree ordinary differential equation, direct integration method would suffice. Even if we integrate dx upon dt equal to 0 with respect to time, we won't be able to find the distance traveled by the stone. As we don't have the values of time t, we know that acceleration is change in velocity with respect to time. But we also know that the gravitation force, that is, acceleration of every free falling object, is 9.8 meters per second square. That is, velocity of the object increases 9.8 meters per second for every second. We now have the differential equation d squared x upon dt squared, which is equal to 9.8. Now we can solve this second order first degree ordinary differential equation by direct integration method and get the value of velocity. Then using this value of velocity, we can find the displacement using direct integration method. In this equation, v is equal to 9.8 times t plus c. When we substitute the initial condition of velocity and time, we will get the value of c. Now, velocity function becomes dx upon dt is equal to 9.8 times t. By using direct integration method, we can find displacement function of the first ordered ordinary differential equation. When we substitute the initial conditions x is equal to 0 and t is equal to 0 in this displacement equation, we will get displacement as x is equal to 4.9 times t square. With this equation, we can find the displacement of a falling object with respect to time. As time taken for the stone to reach the water surface was 3 seconds, we find out that the displacement is 44.1 meters. So, the water was 44.1 meters from the surface. In this way, engineer was able to use a stone to measure the level of water in the well. Prabhakar was amazed that the differential equations he learnt before has come into use now.